Swing along, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. See, these marks on my hands and on my face, they're the marks of slavery. I was born in Charlottesville, Virginia. I belonged to a man named Bernie. My mama, she belonged to Bernie too. Bernie died during the wait time because he was afraid of going to the war. But then, in them days, you could hire a substitute to take your place. He couldn't get a substitute to take his place, so he run away from home. He took a cold. And when he come back, war was over, but he died. And then if he had lived, couldn't have been no good because the Yankees just come along and just broke the mill open and then hauled all the flour out in the river, broke the stove open and throwed all the meat out in the street and throwed all the sugar out. We boys, we pick it up and carry it and give it to our missus and massa and young masters until we come to be, well, I don't know how old. I don't know, to tell you the truth, when I think of it today, I don't know how long I'm living. What I does remember is Mama, she tell me a story how I come to be. She say she been at the plantation for about a year when Massa come to her and tell her he wanted to fix up old Rufus's cabin. And so she go and she take charge of it and she fix the supper. Now, you gotta know, did nobody like Rufus because he a bully. He thinking because he big, everybody got to do what he say. And one day after supper, Mama, she go and she get in her bunk, go to sleep. And then Rufus, he gonna crawl in the bunk with her. Mama say, "What you doing, fool?" He tell her, "Hush your mouth. It's his bunk too." And she say, "You touched in the head. You need to get out." And then before he knew it, she put her feet on, she kick him right on out the bunk. And then he jump up mad, looking like he a wild bear. So mama see him, she quick, she grabbed the fire poker. She said, come on. Rufus, he know better than that. He said, okay, woman. Okay, just wait. We gonna get you. And so the next day, Mama, she go to the big house and she tell the Missy what Rufus wants from her. And Missy say back to her, she say, now you's a portly girl and Rufus a portly man and Massive wants y'all to make some portly babies. And Mama, she say she ain't gonna do it. So that night, Rufus, he hop in the bed with her again. Mama, she grabbed that fire poker ready for him. Rufus say, okay, we see about this. And the next day, Mama, she hear Massive want to see her. So she goes up to the house. And Massa, he tell her, he say, woman, I paid a lot of money for you. And I done that because I want you to raise me some chillins. And he tell her, he say, I put you to live with Rufus for that purpose. And if you don't want to whip it at the stake, you're going to do what I say. And now Mama, she think about it. And she remember Massa buying off that block and saving her from being separated from her people. And she think about what it mean for her. She get whipped at the stake. And so she yields. And that's how I come to be. Now I know what Master did is wrong, but we's property. I don't know you find another slave master out there ain't do the same to his slave because we's property. And we are supposed to work. And that's what we're doing. When the day began to crack, the whole plantation would break out with all kinds of noises, and you could tell what's going on by the kind of noise you hear. Come the daybreak, you hear the guinea fowls start to going down at the edge of the woods, and then the roosters all start up around the barn, and the ducks finally wake up and join in. And you could smell the sow belly frying down at the cabins in the road to go with the hoe cake and the buttermilk. And pretty soon the wind rise a little. You could hear old bell dog and way on some plantation a mile or two off. then more bells at other places, maybe a horn, and pretty soon yonder go old master's old ram horn with a long toot and then some short toots, and here come the overseer down the road cabins hollering right and left and picking the ham out in his teeth with a long shiny goose quill pick. Some white folks might want to put me back in slavery if I tell you how we was using slavery time, but you asked me for the truth, so that's what I tells you. Now on the plantation there was an overseer. When we worked, an overseer, he straddled a big horse, 3 o'clock in the morning, he rousing the hands off of the field. Got them all lined up and then come back to the house for breakfast. Those roads was a mile long, no matter how much grass was in them. If you leave one sprig on your road and they beat you nearly to death. That's the time they weighed cotton by candlelight. All the hands took dinner to the field in buckets, and the overseer get them 15 minutes to get dinner. He start cuffing some of them over the head when it was time to stop eating and go back to work. And he go to the house, he eat his dinner, and then he come back and look in all the buckets, and if a piece of anything that was there when he left was ate, he say you were losing time and you had to be whipped. He drive 4 stakes in the ground and he tie a nigga down and beat him till they was raw. And he take a brick and he grind it up in a powder and mix it with lard and put it all over him and roll him in a sheet. It'd be 2 days more for that nigga to work again. I seen one nigga done that way for stealing a meat bone from the meat house. He got 1,500 lashes. Little chap would pick up eggshells and play with them. And if the overseer seed him, he'd say you were stealing eggs and give you a beat. Seen long lines of slaves chained together, drive by a white man on a horse down on the road. Now, as hard as it was, as much pain as it was, we found ways to stay happy, to maintain being people. You know, there was some days when the same fiddler that played for the white folk, he come down and play for us, and I tell you what, could he play? When he get to going on that fiddle, I tell you couldn't keep your foot still. And the children, well, they love Christmas. They all used to get a stocking and they take it up to the big house to get a field, and all of them want to miss his stocking. She was so big, she was damn near 300 pounds. And we did used to sing a lot. The Bible tells how the angels they shouted in the heavens. That's where they get the scriptures for what we call the shouting songs. One they used to sing a heap was the Swing Low Sweet Chariot. Now, if that's at a happy time, they sing it fast. They sing the swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. And if it's a sad time, you slow it down and they sing the swing low, the sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Yeah. You know, we used to sing nearly everything we did. It was the way you express your feelings and made you feel relieved, happy. It made you happy if you were sad, make you feel better. And so you sing your feelings. The timber slave, he sing as he cuts the logs and keep time with his axe. The women sing as they bend over the wash tub. The cotton chopper sang as he chopped the cotton. The mother sang as she rocked her baby to sleep. The cotton picker sang as he picked the cotton. And everybody sang at the meetings and at the baptism and at the funerals. It gives you the most joy and comfort when you need them things. You sing about the joy in the next life and the pain in this. You know, the days of slavery make you live your life through the spirituals. Most of the real old time slaves is gone. Just a few maybe who were boys then left. But the songs, them songs, they live on with both the white and the black folks. We forgets the sorrows and we remember them, the happy days. Just like in them songs. One of the happiest times you ever had was at a wedding. I still remember my brother January's wedding, and he married him a pretty little thing. And didn't have to ask Massa or nothing. All you do is you go to Aunt Sue and you tell her you want to get mated. And then she tell you think about it for 2 days because marriage was sacred in the eyes of Jesus. And after 2 days, you go back and you say you done thought about it and still won't get married. And she called all the slaves over to pray for the union God was going to make. And so you pray together that you had lots of children and that they don't get sold away from the parents. And then Aunt Sue lay a broomstick across the sill of the house. And she say, before you step over it, she asks you one more time, is it showing? Of course you say, yeah, you want to get married. And she say, in the eyes of Jesus, step into a holy land of matrimony. And you step across the broomstick, you was married. Now, it was bad luck to touch the broomstick. Folks always stepped high because they didn't want no spell cast on them. Aunt Sue used to say whichever one touched the stick was going to die first. Now, it was sometime later, my brother January was cotched over seeing his wife on another plantation. That's where she lived, on the next plantation. Now, he had a pass, but the time didn't give out. Well, so when Massa find out he was an hour late, he about got as mad as a hive of bees. So when January come home, Massa took down his long mule skinner and tied him with a rope to a pine tree, ripped his shirt off. He say, now nigga, I'ma teach you some sense. And with that, he started laying on the lashes. Now, January was a big, fine-looking nigga, finest you ever see. And when Massa was beating him, January never said a word. Massa, he get madder and madder because he couldn't make January holler. And he said, what's the matter with your nigga? Don't it hurt? January never say nothing. Massa, he keep beating him until little streams of blood started to flowing down January's chest, and he still ain't holler. His lips is quivering and his body is shaking, but his mouth, it ain't never open. And all the while, I'm a little boy. I'm sitting on my mama and papa's steps and I'm crying. The niggas was all gathered outside. Some couldn't take it no more. They had to go inside the cabins. That's why January, he can't take it no more himself. And he called out to the man. He say, Massa. He say, Massa, have mercy on this poor nigga. Then that man, he stopped. Mama and some of the other folk, they go take him down. Take him to the cabin. I still remember them singing to him, and they treat the scars on his chest. He'd be screaming in pain, and Mama, she just saying, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little baby. Mama going away, and Papa going too. Go to sleep, little baby. I don't like to talk about this much. But it's some colored folk now that's free. You say they sorry that they free now. They say it's hard, and it's something to say that they would rather be slaves. But you ask me which I'd rather be. If I had a thought, if I had any idea that I'd ever be a slave again, I'd take a gun and just end it all right away. 'Cause you ain't nothing if you ain't free. You not a damn thing.